Hello and good evening. Welcome to another episode of One Tree Red, where you have me as your host today, with Rel sunning himself in some.
Boo.
I won't say where he is. Anyway, this week we completed game week 28 and more drop points for Arsenal. Mikey, talk us through the latest game and what happened. Was it? I didn't actually watch the game. I've got to be honest. I had better things to do. But I assume you did watch the game.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Yeah.
I watched some of it. You want to know?
Talk us through it. It seemed like you had a full strength defense. Really, all your players playing apart from the ones that we know that are injured. Man U pretty poor.
Man United have done well against most of the big teams. They beat Liverpool. They've already drawn against us.
Easy.
They've got a draw again. I believe that's actual. No? Or did I?
No, they did not beat us.
Didn't they beat?
No,
was it an equaliser?
Of course they didn't beat us. Don't get happy, man.
When Ahmad scored, what was?
Don't be ridiculous. They didn't beat us.
Twice.
Oh, I know you got carried away because of their celebration. Yeah.
It felt like a win.
It must have felt like a loss though for them.
Let's count it like a win. So yeah, basically they've managed to scrape a couple of draws then against the bigger teams. They shouldn't have been able to scrape a draw against us. Arteta continues to use Mourinho up front. Mourinho's played every minute of the last 3 games, and Arteta is taking the absolute royal. Sterling's still on the bench. He might as well be sent back to Chelsea right now. He brings on Tierney. I saw Tierney playing left mid, maybe. I don't even know. But we had Lewis Skelly and Tierney on the pitch at the same time. Martinelli came on, did some running and did his usual nonsense. And if that offside flag didn't go up, I might be hunting him down right now. But I say that to say this. I didn't really care because I already signed off the league long time ago. So from here on out, do what you're doing in the league and let's try to do something in the Champions League, like scrape it through. And that's been my MO for a little while. Like I've wanted to kind of have a messy game against someone in the Champions League and just go through. I think when it comes against the big teams, that's what we're going to have to do. And so we'll see whether we're able to do it.
Fair enough. It's got to be a bit demoralising though to see your team coming out most weeks, dropping points, not playing well. But anyway, moving on to CT.
No, mine will still be in second. And as you say, statistically, that's a great position.
You say that, man.
That. Statistically, it's a great position for Arsenal.
You say that we're second, but listen, if we carry on playing like that and dropping points to whack teams, we're going to get caught. And it could be a bit sticky at the end of the season in terms of hanging on to 4th place. They're not far behind us.
5 goes to Champions League. It's really nothing this season. You just have to turn up to be in the Champions League next season.
Yeah, but it's only 4 points. Forest are 4 points behind Arsenal at the moment. And I would say
the top 5 are going to go Champions League.
Yeah, but
3rd or 4th doesn't really matter.
I guess mentally for your club, if you finish 3rd or 4th, that's going to damage you guys for next season. At least you become a second.
Maybe you consider that. I don't think so.
What about you, CT? You happy with what you're seeing at the moment?
No, not at all, actually. Just going off Mikey's point, the whole Mourinho thing now is getting a bit silly, to be honest. You got Raheem Sterling on the bench, and you got that youth player on the bench as well. So, come on, let's put on some attacking players before you put on all the left backs to try and do what? I don't know. I just don't understand the tactics there. I mean, when you coming off of the game that we played sort of midweek where we were sort of attacking, free-flowing play, but that was because the other team was attacking us. So when this whole low block thing comes about, I don't know if Arteta knows how to get the best out of what he's got at the moment. because it's just the same old sort of. We get all the possession stats, but that actual sort of attacking play and getting in and around the box just isn't there. And Mourinho, he's been tried and tested now for 3 games on the trot. He's not the guy. I'm sure.
Listen, I could understand him playing for like an hour.
Guys would have won
it up, but he's playing every minute.
It doesn't make sense.
When you talk about the low block, the low block is an issue because Odegaard seems to want to take too many touches. And then seeing Nwaneri come off today was an absolute joke as well. So Martinelli comes off, you take Nwaneri off instead of Merino. How does that even make sense? And when Nwaneri's on, Odegaard and Timber just running into all of his space. They're not even giving him some space to operate in.
Yeah, I think it was definitely harsh to take off Ethan. Definitely, he was way too. Just keep him on the pitch. He's the most attacking player that he's our attacking player that's shown the most in terms of moments. So I don't know why we subbed him. So I'm still questioning Arteta's sort of substitutions. I think they're terrible, and they have been throughout the season. So
just lastly, before we move on. Granted, you have a lot of issues up front with your injuries, but in defence, I don't think you have many or any people out, and you're letting in goals. So, like today, you would have won that game had you not conceded first. I think there was another game where you also conceded, and I think you drew as well. So, whilst you focus moving forward, is your defence not part of the problem as well at the moment?
I think one of the issues about that question today is you didn't watch the game. They scored from a free kick.
But that's not an isolated incident, though, is it?
No,
it's not the only goal you conceded this season.
Aki, having all of our defenders made no difference. It was a free kick, okay? So
what do you mean? Doesn't make a difference.
Let's move on to Uche because Uche's seen the game and we'll have some comments.
Aki, you are a funny dude. I swear that. But if you're, let me help you out, Aki, on that. On the defense front, it took some absolute majestic saves by Raya to deny what should have been definitely a Manchester United win. There's the 2 magnificent saves. Mazraoui, one which probably should have gone in, to be honest. And then Fernandes right at the death as well. So I think, unfortunately, watching this game is like literally a literal procession of events, but it's fun because it benefits my team. So just watching these guys who are claiming to try and put the pressure on, and Arteta said not so long ago that they're going to keep going and over his dead body and all that stuff, but that's not certainly the case. It was an easy Arsenal are going to drop points today, and if worse, they're going to drop 3 points. It's disappointing, really, as challengers, CT and Mikey. Just disappointing. We want a bit of something, give us something, make it look like it's hard to win the Premier League.
Now, are you ready? Now, are you ready?
Yeah. Now you want to.
Are you ready now?
No, I know you were fake challenges, but at least make it look like it's almost real. I mean, it's like you're fake.
I've been telling you for weeks. Surely you must have a little model trophy somewhere you can raise up.
Because I was watching it, I'm like, I ordered my popcorn got in time. My JD was in time. I was just chilling, watching the game, just completely, just a lovely.
You don't have to keep drinking, by the way.
It's nice.
4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. It was just nice, because like I said, this is what I called for. Like you said, normally I wouldn't do these things on a Sunday night at 4:30, but it was such a nice, lovely, it's such a gift by Arsenal. I thought, this calls for an event, I would love to have shared it virtually with CT and Mikey, my popcorn, because it's just a lovely, lovely situation. It's done, man. I mean, like I say, it's disappointing. If Arsenal wins anything this year, as in if they somehow wins the Champions League, it will be like Di Matteo all over again. How many years ago? It'll be amazing. Let's not pretend that would be a great achievement. There's just no way it's happening because I don't know what we're gonna get onto it later on, but there's just no way Arsenal can keep people out or score the required number of goals over 2 legs going forward in the Champions League. So I think their season is pretty much over. He hasn't got a clue. So unless CT tells me that Saka is coming back in the next 3-4 weeks, then obviously that changes the game. But right now,
on that point that you're trying to have some jokes, We can't keep them out and we can't score. But we finished third in the Champions League group stage. So we did all right.
Yeah, he did. Like I said, he did okay, but
And
it's
we're
not going
through to the quarterfinals already. So we're
Because
doing all right.
there's a certain team, like there's a certain type of team that Arsenal clearly struggle against, and that's why I predicted. I can't remember if I put a draw, but certainly either a win or a draw for Manchester United, because I said it wouldn't make sense. They didn't need to do much, but they just, like he said, that low middle block just to make it tough to break down and all that. Yes, the stats look like Arsenal are doing okay, but when you watch them live, there are some serious concerns. But it's got
But you can only say that in the second half because the first half was a non-entity. Like there was complete dominance.
Yeah, dominance, but it wasn't. I'm not seeing. Okay,
there was no fear of us ever conceding until that free kick.
That was a ridiculous free kick, to be fair. But like I said, when he came to second half, Fernandes should have won it for them, and Mazraoui definitely should have won it for them. Those were,
but then, as we've discussed previously, goals change games. So they score first in that first half. That means that they're going to get opportunities to counter. We've seen that the majority of teams, Nottingham Forest, when they sit in a low block and they counter quickly, they'll get chances. We've seen teams that do this low block stuff get results against the bigger teams. That's just how it is. United,
I think with Arsenal, though,
a bigger team.
But I think with Arsenal, knowing that you have so many issues going forward, there should be more of an emphasis to keep it tight at the back because you guys can see.
No, you're not listening.
No, but you're not going to score 2 goals with your car.
You know the difficulty? The difficulty is you don't watch the game and then you're commenting.
There's no difficulty there because this wasn't an isolation.
You need to watch the game.
Since January, this is kind of like being your.
This is
how I operate.
Someone like this narrative is now our defense. Is it?
You've not watched the game and you're commenting.
No, but they scored a free kick. Facts are facts. You guys have drawn.
Let me help you.
If I'm wrong. No, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys have drawn your last 2 games. No? Yes or no?
No, I'll give you a summary so you can make a comment. They had 1 shot that was off target in the first half. Yeah, we had complete domination. All the ball, literally penned around their box for most of it. Then they had a free kick at the end of the first half. 47 minutes. They score. Then you have to come out.
Did it go in directly?
Come out. Do you not understand that? It went directly.
Did it go in directly?
Yes.
Or could it be defended?
Oh my goodness. This is the problem.
I mean, Uche said that Uche also said that Man U are unlucky not to have won the game. So that kind of doesn't.
Once they score, it opens up.
Yeah.
That's precisely my point. That's precisely my point, which is Arsenal can't afford to be leaky. They can't afford to concede the first goal. Even CT said it in our last pod.
We agree.
Like, next, you've got to keep it tight, and hopefully you get a corner and score a goal that way.
Yep, we agree. We scored from a corner today. That was our goal. Next.
I'm just quoting what other pod members have said, to be fair.
Watch the game because we scored from open play.
What?
So everything you're saying, it happened in reverse.
There's nothing right in this game. So why would I watch it? Tell me that.
Because you need to comment on this pod. That's why. Imagine that.
As a Liverpool fan. Anyway, talking to a Liverpool fan. Talk a Liverpool fan. I think we spent enough time on these 2 similar clubs.
Did you watch your own game this week?
I did.
Makes
I won't tell you. Yeah. Well, I watch all of our games actually. Anyway, Mohamed Salah, he our record breaker. He's now the 3rd.
How did you watch it? How did you watch it?
On my TV.
Match of the day, of course.
3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Match of the day, of course. Don't be ridiculous. Everybody knows you can't watch it, man.
Exactly. Anyway, so we have a record breaker in our midst. Mo Salah, now our 3rd top goal scorer in the history. Also overtaking Sergio Aguero to have had the most goal involvements in the Premier League. I think over 100, 182. I think it is. So Uche, what did you make of the game? It was
obviously, Arsenal fans they chose to be respectfully silent while they saw 1-0 down because they knew that it's unfortunate. They knew.
I would have commented. I would have commented, but I wasn't able to watch the game. Well, I never watched.
What a shame! What a shame! But I was looking for Arsenal everywhere. It was like nothing. Like nothing. Silent. Total silent. I thought someone at least do something. Put some banter in there. But yeah, in terms of the game, I think obviously everyone knows that the first half we were non-existent. Playing way too slow, not moving the ball well, sort of going through the motion. Even though we made 3 changes from the midweek, nothing was really happening. Was really not good enough. And then out of the blue, Van Dijk tries to shield the ball for Alisson, and there's that mix up, and they was 1-0 down. But anyone who's followed Slot and this Liverpool team knows that at halftime he's gonna change something, and he's gonna change their approach to the game. And as soon as they came out, you could see it straight away. Made the 3 changes. Elliott came on. Tsimikas had to come off. Robertson came on, and he just totally changed the approach of the game. Within the second minute, we're having shots, getting corners, and then Nunes, that probably some Liverpool fans might have expected to be taken off in that second half, obviously stayed on, and he made a very telling contribution.
Do you think it's a penalty?
Oh, there's no question about it. It's not even something you debate. It's a waste of time.
Penalty.
I'm not gonna. What? What's my penalty?
It's not a penalty.
Which one is not a penalty? Which one?
I'm backing Mike. It's not a penalty. It wasn't. I didn't even see it.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, this is a joke. I mean, what are we talking about? The first penalty is not a penalty.
Not a penalty.
The idiots, right? Literally.
There was contact. There was definitely contact, though, right? You agree there was contact.
Yes,
yeah, but he died.
No, he contacted him. He didn't get the ball.
Did he force him over?
I'm not interested in that. The bottom line is
because he was turning.
Wait a minute. Did he force him over? I'm not interested in that.
No, because there's a foul inside the box. I actually can't believe we're even having this conversation. This is crazy.
What happened?
A foul inside the box, a clear penalty.
Remind me.
Look, the bottom line is Nunes knew that if I get touched in the box, I'm gonna try to control this ball. The guy comes to the back of him, doesn't touch the ball, touches the man. It's a clear penalty. So to me, it wasn't even a thing. And even if it wasn't a penalty anyway, we didn't need it because their heads were spinning. Southampton were totally completely now in a head spin, and we're always gonna win that game. There's no doubt about it. And then when it was 2-1, controlling the game, almost going into a cruise, and then that Southampton player who did the same thing in the first instant. I mean, I literally cannot make sense of what he does. What both penalties,
those 2 handballs are crazy.
They don't make any sense from a football point of view. It doesn't make any sense. I was like, it's just a gift. You don't give gifts at this level. People try so hard, like Arsenal tonight, try so hard to score a goal. They would love for this dude to have been playing for Manchester United today, because just to dash you something out of the blue, it's just unbelievable. So yeah, obviously more stepped up in both cases. Absolutely cool, and slots it away. And yeah, we move on. Right now, it's a procession. We knew it was a procession last week. We're just ticking them off. Thanks to Arsenal messing up again. It's 5 wins and a draw, I believe. And I think you would need less than that, because Arsenal will continue to do the madness.
Do you know the thing? Like, Liverpool supporters are really stupid with this, because instead of eulogizing about your team, all you keep doing is trying to pick on the also rans. You're so dumb that you're literally coasting the league with a high number of points. In the league with one of the highest number of points. And yet, all you're focusing on is
saying that we're not praising that
because Arsenal are dropping points. How about give your team some props? How about you do that?
Well, they weren't backing them at the beginning of the season, Mikey. So this is why.
To be honest, I didn't say we were going to
win the league. Were you backing your team to win the league?
Yeah, I started to win some money actually from 2 of you guys. Anyway,
I don't know. So it must be another person you're talking to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
you still owe £50 for charity on my behalf. Just remember that.
To be fair, I don't think we've actually played that great this season, especially against some of the lower teams. So against Southampton, we struggled against them twice. I think what we become the masters of just doing enough to win games, and then we play the top teams, and we kind of wipe the floor with them. So Real Madrid, Man City, home away, champions of Germany, Bayern Leverkusen. So I think that's kind of fed a little bit into the narrative. Also, we haven't had much competition, so it's been an easy Premier League. To be honest with you, it would have been nice for there to have been a bit more of something riding on each game. Now we go into the last 8 or 9 games.
Exactly, let's be serious. No, it wouldn't have been nice because you'll be sitting there unrelaxed, and the title wouldn't be going to you. So what are you talking about? You want any scenario that gives you the title. Don't chat rubbish.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm not interested in what these good jokers are doing. If they want to dash me a title,
show me the trophy.
Play, I'll take the trophy.
No, but I'm talking about like a 7-point gap is different than like a 15-point gap is crazy.
That is like
the league.
Because at the end of the day, all you want is the title. That's what you want, and you want it the easiest way you can get it.
No, but as a fan, as a fan, I'd much prefer my club to win the trophy on the last kick of the last game of the
ridiculous.
You are an absolute moron.
No, you wouldn't.
I do. Like a Sergio Aguero moment.
What?
Sergio Aguero,
like Michael Thomas moment.
Sergio, huh?
Michael Thomas moment.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Honestly, I've got no idea. Right now,
I'm too young for that. But I'm talking about Sergio Aguero.
That's absolute nonsense. Listen,
you're talking nonsense. You're talking like you're acting in a movie. This is not a movie, man. Stop talking rubbish.
Do you know why he's saying this, James?
I'll argue. 9 out of 10 fans.
Because it's already done. Because if this was still in the offing, if there was another team, Man City or Arsenal, that were on level points, you would not be saying, I can't wait for the last kick of the season to win the league. You'll be thinking, and you would be saying, oh, we need to get this done. We need to get this done. Don't chat rubbish to everybody, please.
No, of course. But I'm saying, as a fan, there's nothing going to beat that that feeling of winning a game or winning the league or winning the cup with the last kick of the game. You always
you don't know what it's like.
You know why?
You always.
That's got nothing to do with anything. You're just talking like you're watching. Go and watch a movie if you want to go and do all that. Go and talk about Ronaldo. So go and direct the film in Hollywood or something. What are you talking about? Listen, the bottom line is,
9 times.
Please listen. It's been about 30 something years, right? And we want it. It's gonna be the second title. What are you talking about? Like, get real, man. Slap yourself. You have to go through like how many years we've gone through, and you're talking about Hollywood endings. What are you talking? You're not making any sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Even the last title,
what are you talking about?
You still counting
even the last time we won that by 8 points.
Is that official? Still playing that one?
Yeah. And this time it's going to be won by 8 points.
Behind closed doors, Premier League one. You count.
Well, don't worry. You count anything at the moment. You count the Community Shield. You count the friggin' I don't know. Some friendly in the US. You count it. Who knows what you count? I mean, you ask your manager. He knows how to count trophies.
Yeah. It's like playing a computer game. It's like playing a computer game. Some people play on easy. Some people play on medium. Some people play on hard. Now, I prefer to play my computer games on hard setting. I don't want it to be easy. This season.
This
season has been an easy setting, so you can't get as much enjoyment from easy setting as you can from hard setting.
At the end of the day, you got to take care of business. The club are,
we've done that.
Business. That's what you need to worry about. At the end of the day, we're projected to have finished with 97 points. We've tried to do those things before in the past, and 97 points wasn't proven to be good enough. So don't bring me all that nonsense, man. At the end of the day, you want to win the league by being consistent, which is what Liverpool have done. So all this stuff about last day of the season, that's nonsense. I can't even believe it.
From a manager perspective, Arne Slot's going to want to win the league as quickly as possible, and of course that's going to be the case. I'm talking as a fan. You're going to get a lot more enjoyment.
What are you talking about as a fan? It's going to be a second title in some 30-something years. What are you talking about?
Let's do a poll on one of our socials, and I guarantee you 90% of people will agree.
I don't know what this 90% on this poll you're talking about. I repeat, right now, as an adult, right? It's gonna be you've gone about 30-something years, and you're about to win your second title, and you're telling me about how you want to be winning it. Are you kidding me? Is this something? Are you actually
first
real?
proper one?
You can't be right. You cannot be Rick for real. Like I don't even know. I genuinely don't know what you're talking about.
No. I was answering Mikey's query actually of why he's saying. No. You're saying why are Liverpool fans hyped, and we're not hyped because it's been a procession.
No, I didn't.
No. And also, what do you mean
that.
hype? What are you talking about?
You did.
I said Liverpool fans should be promoting their team as what they've done and their achievements, rather than looking at Arsenal saying, "Oh, you haven't done
We're
this."
looking at Arsenal simply because right now in front of us in this pod, we've got two members who were trying to gas the team up.
But you do that anyway.
That's who? Who's gassing what?
Who's gassing what? Relax yourself. There's evidence on this pod, you know.
That's what it is. So
How
to
many
try
weeks?
and tell me that we're not happy is ridiculous. Obviously, you guys are present here, and obviously you were our fake challenges. So that's why.
How many weeks ago did I tell you that you're champions? How many weeks? Tell me.
So to answer your question,
They wouldn't commit to it. They wouldn't commit.
So
To be fair though, it was the Aston Villa game, and then the game where I think you lost the next game. I forgot what. Who did you lose against? West Ham.
No, I said before then.
No. But that was a sliding glass or whatever they call it, like a sliding doors moment. Because if we lost to Villa and you guys won that game, then it would have been 2 points. It would have been 2 points difference. You didn't, unfortunately, and now it's 15.
And now it's what 15. So yeah,
15. Yeah.
What are we talking about? Champions League today, lads?
So let's move on.
Let's move on
to something more positive.
Aki started talking about how you smash up all the big teams, so I just want to know what's going to happen against PSG.
So we'll start off with PSV, not Liverpool, Southampton. Come on, bro.
Why are we starting off with PSV? We're through.
No. I've got a question to ask CT. You said last week in our podcast that you didn't see your guys scoring a goal. The best you could hope for is 0-0 and take it back to the Emirates, keep it tight, and hopefully get a corner. I think they were your exact words. So, talk us through the game. What was the score in the end?
7-1,
right?
Yeah, 7-1, bro. Yeah.
So you couldn't have been even more wrong about your own club.
Listen, I'm glad I wasn't, because
I bet you were screwing. I bet you, as the goals were going in, I bet you were screwing.
Yeah, of course I was. Yeah, I love that game. I love that game, and the boys showed that they actually had some fight with when teams actually try and play proper football against us. We still have that sort of mentality where we can actually attack with openness, with a bit of freedom. And Odegaard looked like a totally different player to how he's been playing this season. So I think watching us play against these top teams in the Champions League, they're not going to be doing this low block stuff throughout 70 minutes of the game. So we stand a better chance in the Champions League, or winning games in the Champions League, than we do in the Premier League. So I'm happy to see it and bring on any of those Madrid teams, and I'm hope to see a good game.
It's a bit of a stretch.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying we're winning it. I'm saying
what about your boy Skelly?
No, wait, 1 second. Did he just say bring on any of the Madrid
for a good game? For a good game. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying we're going to smoke them. I'm saying it's going to be a good open game. That's what I want,
bro.
Wait. Did you think we were going to beat PSV 7-1 then?
Of course not. I thought it was going to be like a more boring game. In fact, I thought it would be 1-1 or 1-0 to PSV.
You said PSV,
bro. Like, look, let's play a little game here. Let's just say that Mbappe and his crew has gone through. Let's stop this Atletico nonsense because they're not going through, right? Now get real, yeah. Now rephrase. I'm gonna give you another chance to rephrase your nonsensical statement. One chance.
Standing on business. We want a Real Madrid. I want a Real Madrid for an open classic game, and we will attack. We will attack.
Okay, well.
Saka will be back.
That's not necessarily how you guys play. But what about your boy Skelly? Wasn't he a bit lucky to stay on the pitch? He shouldn't have got a second yellow.
No,
he was fine. The referee done his job. He managed the game properly. He managed the game. He refereed that game properly.
You don't think that was a second yellow?
He has
no.
That's how decisions like that should be.
They analysed it. They assessed it. They said it wasn't enough for a second yellow. So that's good enough.
VAR saw it. Everything. So what we do?
VAR can't intervene for a yellow card.
The referee saw it.
But there you go. He didn't make a mistake.
What do you want? You want to
But-
read the game yourself?
No, but it feels to me that Arsenal haven't really learned from the disciplinary issues on the field. So, like another red card. Let's say you play Real Madrid.
It wasn't a red card.
And you get a red card. And you get a red card.
What are we doing there? What are we doing?
It didn't happen. It was 7-1. It was 3-0 or 1 at the time. You can say whatever you want. We've won the game. We're through.
1-1.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, it wasn't 1-0. What's wrong with you?
Do you watch games there?
Watch your back. It was 1-1, mate.
If you're gonna come with a narrative, at least have some kind of.
It was 1-1 or 2-1. It was 1-1 or 2. It definitely wasn't 3-1.
Okay. Or now it's 2-1, was it? And now 3-1.
It could have been. I
I
think it was
don't know.
1-1.
Moron.
So you guys happy with that performance? You guys are happy with that performance? Hyped up about the Champions
We're
League?
not happy.
Nah, I'm disappointed, to be honest.
They should have said
You're hyped.
Marino stayed on for 90 minutes, to be honest.
Oh my days! This question that this host is asking: Are you happy with
Can we
1?
substitute him? Like, this is nonsense.
I mean, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! Are you happy with the 7-1 away from home? No, I'm so unhappy. I'm gonna go and protest in the streets.
Well, no, because by the sound of it, it wasn't like a comprehensive 7-1.
It wasn't like a comprehensive.
Mate.
It really was.
I'm going on what a lot of the newspapers reported after the game.
You've got an issue here.
What more do you want?
You're going to have to be dashed on the pod, because you can't keep coming here and talking about our games and not having watched any of them.
What more do you want as a fan? You're a fan and you want someone with 7-1. What
the highlights.
Crazy.
I watched the highlights of the full figure.
Like, what's this dude talking about? Like, what do you want?
Anyway. I don't know
You're trying to be like the media and have that narrative about when we actually do well, you want to take that away and focus on some negatives.
I'm happy for you guys. But I think even Rel predicted that you guys beat PSV. It was only
not even Rel, only Rel. So don't try it.
No,
we didn't.
I thought PSV would go for it. Arsenal would beat PSV. I think I said that.
No, we predicted
PSV
in the first leg. We predicted the first leg. And the first leg only. I said
Arsenal. I did say Arsenal would beat PSV.
Nah.
Like one. I said it's 1-0 or 2-0. I said 1-0. PSV are bad. Like really bad. Even when we played them with like our third string. And we could have won that game, but we had to play
it needs to be tough.
This is mad. PSG knocked out Juve, okay? So they're not completely bad, are they?
Yeah, but Juve aren't all that these days either.
What do you mean? Juve are 4th in Serie A.
And they could easily be like, they're not far off and win. They could, even though it's fake challenge, it's better challenge than Arsenal, that's for sure.
No, they're not, because they're losing 2-0 to Atalanta today. So they're not.
Damn it. They're losing. Well, it's just like Arsenal. But it's still not worse than Arsenal, is it? They're not 15 points behind, are they?
But they're in 4th.
All right, let's talk about the big game that happened last week. PSG versus Liverpool. I take it you watched the game, Uche?
Of course, I watched the game. I don't know what your game.
All of us watched the game. That's what we do.
Whoa! Allow this negativity.
Guys.
Anyway, what did you make of the game?
Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I did. I watched all of our games.
But it was a great game to watch. For PSG fans and for haters like CT, they were loving it. Unfortunately for them, what the thing they were hoping for, which is to see the back of the net, but Borg wasn't going to happen. I thought PSG totally outplayed us. I think it's still 28 shots. We were struggling. We trying to do trying to contain them and do sort of block, but it just wasn't happening. They played so well. We were very, very lucky with the offside, with this, obviously right decision. But from a principle point of view, probably, going forward, goals like that shouldn't be disallowed. But obviously, it's offside. Going forward, though, I thought, we just couldn't get it going. Our passing was off. We couldn't get out. When we tried to make the pass that could have breaking through, we made the wrong decisions. I thought it would be an adjustment in the second half. We again still struggling. And then, we just obviously it was an Alisson match. Everybody knows what happened. Alisson having a great game. At this point, I thought, okay, I'll take a 0-0. I was just thinking about Real Madrid, the way Real Madrid does it, where sometimes you don't have to be pretty. You just need to get the job done. all of a sudden make the substitution to try and hold on to the game. And here he comes. Boom. The winner. And CT, I heard, was absolutely delighted. He was skanking.
Were you surprised?
He was so
Were you
happy.
surprised at how badly we played?
To be fair, I gave you lot your ratings for nicking that or stealing that win from them, because
Yeah,
you
it
lot
was
were
a
getting
magnificent, it was a magnificent win, but the performance wasn't great. So we've got a lot.
Were you surprised by the bad performance?
Was that?
I reckon
Surprised.
Uche was surprised by the bad performance because you keep telling us that you're smashing all the best teams. So to them put in that performance against PSG, it's a shock to us all.
Yeah, I think there's no way that was the plan, obviously. I mean, we got battered. It's just as simple as that. But obviously, we got a ridiculously great result coming there. Hopefully, I think they have no other choice but to try to play the same way. But anyone who's watched even this new PSG away from home is slightly different. And obviously, at Anfield, everybody knows what happens at Anfield. It's very, very different. So I think if they don't score in the first few minutes and we are up for it, which we definitely will be up for it, I expect us to win this game, because if we get those passes right and beat those press, then we'll be in. But I thought they were, definitely without question, like without any shadow of a doubt, the best team we've played this season so far. And it wasn't even close. They just absolutely showed us how football can be played at this level. So yeah, hopefully if we knock them out, I don't think we're going to face a team like that again. So I'm very much looking forward to getting through to the next round and getting them out. But we have to play well, and I think we will.
I think the worrying thing about that performance was that it was our first 11, so it wasn't like we had any players out. And it was their first 11 as well. So I want to say I'll share your absolute confidence in the home leg. I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. They've got a lot of fast players. That Dembele was rinsing Robertson.
He was killing it. It wasn't even just him though. Just three players that just so good at football. Not only rinsing him, but Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. You've got obviously Barcola. Then they brought in Doué. Yeah, so it was just the clinic. It was absolute clinic. But the good thing is, obviously, they can't really bury. And I just think we're not going to play that badly twice. But I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game like in the return leg. I just think sometimes things happen. People don't play the same way away from home than they play at home. They're going to try to do it. I just don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, although we've had a few first halves this season where we haven't come out of the firing blocks. So if that happens again on Tuesday, we could be in for a bit of trouble. Arsenal fans,
wait.
I'm
backing PSV. In my prediction nearly came right. It nearly came through.
There's a lot of
they're gonna do it at Anfield. I'll tell you that now. It's gonna be 2-1.
Your prediction? 2-1.
2-1. Yeah.
2-1 takes it
They're
extra
gonna
time.
have to do more than 2-1 at Anfield.
And then it will be they win on pens.
Oh, is it? Right? Okay.
I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping that for that scenario anyway.
Oh, is it? Okay. No problem. There's a lot.
I'll have some popcorn ready as well, mate. Don't worry about
that. Oh, you really? Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Popcorn ready for Liverpool, obviously.
No, I don't drink that.
What about you, Mikey?
I back PSG to win.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Win on the night, whether they go through in a tie or not. I don't think that. I think PSG can reproduce that same performance, and I don't think that performance can be played twice without scoring. I think that they were unfortunate not to have scored. There were some heroics from Alisson, some poor finishes from some of the PSG forwards, and I think that they'll at least score one, and so they're going to cause some trouble. And if what's their left back's name? Locked up Salah.
Yeah.
Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes.
Yeah.
Tremendous performance. So if he can keep Salah up again.
Shame he couldn't lock up Elliot, eh? Got a bit excited.
Locked up Salah. He only had the info on Salah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he should focus on playing 90 minutes of football. Someone should remind him of that.
You better hope Alisson produces another worldie.
He doesn't need to, man. Doesn't need to. They're going to get owned. They're going to get dealt with.
He will have to, because that was your first team. What is going to change?
I think Zoboslai needs to come out of that team on Tuesday. He was losing the ball quite a lot.
No team. Stop it.
No, for that game, I'd put Jones or someone who can keep hold of the ball.
Szoboszlai is not coming out of any team. Stop it.
Well, we'll see.
There's nothing to see. You can replay this when we talk about it next week. Szoboszlai is not coming off any team on Tuesday.
He'll be sub. That's for sure. They'll need to.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I think Jones was
nothing in that game.
Yeah, nothing. I think Jones was close to displacing him anyway before he got injured. He was getting put in front of him. But,
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying for this game on Tuesday, Szoboszlai starting the game. Now you can have an opinion of what's going to happen when he starts, but he's
60 minutes.
starting the game. What's that?
60 minutes. He's off.
That's a different argument. I'm not
chasing the game.
Like I said, he might be off after 60 minutes because he's resting for the cup final because we're going to win 3-1. That's my prediction. So maybe you're right.
You're going to beat PSG 3-1.
Yeah, that is correct. I did not stutter. Did I stutter? Do you want me to repeat it for you? I'll say it again.
You're glitching.
So we're going to beat them 3-1 just in case you missed it the first time.
English, please.
In case you missed it the first time, my prediction in the second leg is Liverpool will beat them 3-1. You got it? You got it now? Okay, good. Okay. Because I didn't stammer or stutter.
Aki, what's your prediction?
To be fair, actually, before Wednesday's game, there was four meetings between Liverpool and PSG, and the home team had won each one. So I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. And
what's
PSG
your prediction
versus Arsenal, I'll go 5-0 Arsenal versus PSG.
It's not going to be 5-0.
They're gonna play their kids in the second leg.
No, he's got nothing to pay for the league, so
no, he's gonna rest. He's gonna rest
point getting anyone injured.
Yeah. Rest him for who or what?
He's gonna rest him because he doesn't need to.
The next round.
Yeah, I think we'll probably lose that game, though. Probably 2-1, I reckon.
It'll be a close game.
It'll be a close game.
No, they're going to be up for it. They're going to be
a close game. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what
your prediction is then for PSG Liverpool and PSG Arsenal second legs?
PSG will win 3-1.
Wishful thinking. Yeah, DT.
Yeah, PSG 2-1, but to win on penalties.
They keep. I've already told you
3-1.
Liverpool.
What about Arsenal? You're saying 2-1 PSG?
Arsenal are gonna win 2-0 in that game. And to go on CT's point, what you were saying, I think PSG will definitely turn up at the London Eye to take some snaps. They will definitely turn up there, and I think it'll be a good outcome.
I love this. It's just gonna get clipped up when you get smoked, man.
Well,
you're right.
Oh, God.
At the moment, everything's looking like it's going to be Liverpool versus Real Madrid semi-final. That's what it's shaping up to be. Quarterfinals with Liverpool Villa. Arsenal, probably Real Madrid. Would you guys agree with that?
I'm not sure. Atletico home in the second leg, are they?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, don't count Atletico out.
Nah, I don't. That team, I don't know what it is when it comes to the Champions League. Even the other day, I saw that they've actually got a very equal record, Ancelotti versus Simeone, which surprised me. But whenever it comes to this Champions League, something odd happens, and they just end up winning. I don't understand it. I mean, they were missing Bellingham and they won still. So obviously, I want Atletico to go through because I want any team that mock out Real Madrid needs a congratulations from me. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't want it, but unfortunately, I think they will get through somehow. They always do.
To be fair, Atletico knocked us out in the season that COVID happened.
Yep. They knocked us out because we injured and we had to play our backup keeper, which was the the rest.
Oh. All right, what's the next agenda?
You're asking me what's the next agenda. You're the host.
What's going on, host?
my producer didn't give me my notes, so
you mean the next agenda item, not agenda?
Carling Cup final. First time, first occasion of the season to win a trophy. Liverpool versus Newcastle. It looks like Newcastle might have a few injuries. Lewis Hall, things out for the season. Isaac, I think he's got some niggles. You reckon he'll be back? Is Gordon suspended for this one?
Gordon's suspended. Yeah.
Yes, it's suspended. Yeah.
So it's all pointing to
what we did. Are we actually going to talk about this game?
Yeah, let's talk about
What? You see, it's the first. Sorry. Wait. Aki, I've got this.
Yeah, go on. You got
Go
this.
on.
No, wait. I understand the question. Let me take this. So I understand why, an Arsenal fan will be allergic to talking about cup finals because obviously that's not something that they do often. So he's like, why are we talking about cup final? We should be talking about another mess up in the league or something like that. So I got it. It's all right. You can step aside. We can cover this. You could just, you can even mute yourself. You can excuse yourself for a few minutes.
Just do what you need to do because I'm going to that game.
For the record, Liverpool will win. I'm on mute.
Yeah. Thank you. There you go. That's a good lad.
I'm not committing to that because I'm going there, and anything can happen in the cup final, man. So,
there you go. Big up, CT.
I'm gonna be in the Newcastle end, and you know what I mean. You might,
yeah.
You never know.
Uche, your second team are getting smashed.
Why don't you give me?
To be fair,
CT, give me your ticket, man. Messing around.
Newcastle had quite a hard run to the final. They beat Chelsea 2-0. They beat Brentford 3-1. Then they wiped the floor with you guys, home and away. And that's the reason. So they're worthy finalists, to be honest with you.
They deserve to win the cup. They deserve to win it.
Unfortunately, Newcastle have done extremely well. Congratulations. Big up to Eddie Howe. Big up to Isak and a few other people. But the bottom line is, the box stops here. This is going to be Slot's first cup, and it should be a very good slap as well. I'm going to be generous and I'm going to be kind because Liverpool, unfortunately, Aki knows this. No matter what we behave, Liverpool don't do too well in finals for whatever reason. So I'm going to be generous here. I'm going to say it's going to be a tight 2-0 win. First cup is going to drop, and obviously the second one is going to come not long after that, in about a few more weeks in April, and then it's all about the Champions League to make it 3. So. I understand why Mikey didn't want to talk about this game. It's hard. It's very difficult for Arsenal fans to talk about cups and trophies and stuff like that. I understand it.
I don't care about the Carabao Cup, and you're going to win. That's a combination of things that just add up to I don't care.
Should Slot win these 3 trophies? Where do you think that puts him in terms of Premier League all great managers?
Well, let's wait till he wins before it's not a discussion, right? Let's wait. Yeah, let's wait. We can't be crowning people before they do it. But my opinion will be
Slot is better than Slot.
Ancelotti won the double in his first season, right? The league and FA Cup.
Slot is better than Klopp.
Slot is better than Klopp. Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, someone's trying to think. We know that that will be talked about in great length, but we have to wait. Just a little bit more patience, please. Thank you.
So predictions. I reckon it's going to be 1-0 Liverpool. I reckon it'll be a very, very tight game.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably score in the second half, maybe. But I don't think it's going to be a runaway game. I think Newcastle are going to go there and park the bus, try and nick it. They've got some fast players, but I think we'll have enough. I think we'll pip it 1-0.
You guys actually made a section out of this.
Yeah.
It's a cup final,
man. And mute yourself.
It would have been nice to have played Arsenal, but
3-0, maybe 3-1 if Isak does a piece of magic, but comfortable. And I'm not watching it.
Oh my days! Come
Actually,
on,
for the purposes of the pod, I will watch it.
Great walked out at halftime.
Listen, 2-1 Newcastle.
Big up yourself.
2-1. They're gonna go all out. This is their final game of the league for them. They have to do whatever they can to win this game, and I think they will.
Everybody goes all out until they get punched in the mouth. So,
right.
At the end of the day, I mean, do you really? So wait. Let me go by your philosophy here. Do you really think PSV? Do you think PSV came to play Arsenal to lose 7-1? Obviously, they came there with their guns blazing. Bro, you think they really? That's what the game plan today, like we're gonna lose 7-1.
I don't know what PSV were doing. I think they took it lightly. I have no idea.
So the bottom line is when someone is better than you and they show it on the day, you lose games. And they're missing Gordon. Not that it matters to me. The Lewis Hall guy got injured, which is unfortunate. They're gonna try and pack the bus and be in as much as they can. They're gonna rely on Isak, and it's not gonna work. Once we score, it's done.
I think Gordon's going to be a big win for them
If you
as
say
in
so.
school. But they've proven that they can beat, big.
That's what I mean.
teams.
Anyone can turn up
That
on the
was
day.
before. That was before these players. These players are important to them, and besides, you keep saying they've proven this, they've proven that. What they haven't proven, whenever they play Liverpool, is slaps. That's what they haven't proven. That's something you've forgotten. How can you forget that? I mean, at the end of the day, I know they got the 3-3, but that was because of a huge error by, unfortunate by our keeper at the time. And then when we played them recently, they got dealt with. At the end of the day, man, let's get serious for goodness sake. Who's gonna hold Salah at bay here?
Mate, you got PSG. They might take it all out for you. It might go extra time. It might go penalties. You never know, man.
According to those gremlins in your head, that you've conjured up, according to your little fantasy story that you tell yourself, you're gonna tell yourself that story tonight. You're gonna sleep, and then you're gonna tell the same story tomorrow night. You're gonna sleep, and then boom.
One of them has to come true. One of them has to. This season has to happen.
It sounds like you're begging it.
Anyway, this game could have been.
Wait, let me drop it to you. Dreams don't come true, bro.
Exactly. This game could have been Liverpool versus Arsenal. Instead, it's Liverpool versus Newcastle, and Arsenal are playing Chelsea.
You're obsessed. Relax yourself.
Yeah, leave us alone.
Arsenal are playing Chelsea. North West London derby. Chelsea back in the mix of things. I think they won today, 1-0 against Leicester. Mikey, what's your view of this game? It's got to be a must-win now for Arsenal, right?
Must win for what? You're absolutely the worst host.
Well, mathematically, you're still in it. That's what Odegaard said. That's what Arteta says. Mathematically, you're still in it. So
you've lost a job. 0-0.
That it?
0-0.
Can you blame him? How can he get infused for this?
What about you, TT?
I'm gonna go for a 1-0 actually, because Martinelli's Mikey's favorite player, Martinelli's back. So
yeah, you see this. Idiot.
I think it was offside. He knew it was offside, didn't he? He knew.
Yeah, of course he did. He knew it was offside.
When is Saka due back? End of this month, right?
Next month.
Next month, yeah, after international break. But I think we're going to nick this 1-0 actually, because I think Chelsea are going to think they can actually do something in this game, and they may be a bit open. So I think we'll nick this game 1-0.
You kind of need to get a win here, really, because like the chasing back really kind of catch. Well, no, the chasing back are catching up with you, Forest.
Yeah, we need to pull out a win from somewhere, to be honest. So I think we'll get 1-0.
Need to be this game. I'll be straight. We will probably win this game, to be honest, because Chelsea are as bad as us, and we're at home.
What do you reckon, AJ? Prediction?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna give it to Arsenal. They'll find a way to get the goal. I'm going with 1-0 as well to Arsenal. Unfortunately, it's just one of those dead games. There's nothing riding on it anymore. It's a bit of a shame. But we'll watch it for the sake of the pod. And I don't even know, is it the same week? Is it the same Sunday as the cup final? Is it the same day? CT. So your team is playing, and you're too busy watching Newcastle.
Come on, Newcastle. Come on, Newcastle.
So you're going to a game.
You can do this.
So wait. I want to understand something. Your team is at home, and you need to get tickets at home to watch your team. You decided to go to Wembley to go and watch the possibility that
Arsenal kick off at 1:30. Just check.
Exactly.
Don't worry, Craig. You can see both.
Thank you. That's the plan. That's the plan anyway.
Why are you rescuing this guy? He didn't even know the kickoff time.
That was always the plan, mate.
To be fair, Arsenal versus Chelsea has a lot of history. Normally a few spicy challenges in this one. Goals, hopefully. I reckon it's going to be 2-2.
Okay.
We're going to score 2 goals.
Martinelli's back. Of course we can.
Well, he scored 7 against PSV, who apparently top European club.
Why not?
Yeah, I think we'll have a much better performance in against Chelsea, because they'll be up for it. They'll be more open. So I think
if the West plays against PSV, who are they going to play against if it's not against Chelsea?
Exactly. We'll be good.
The next round.
When is the next round?
In a
Next round
couple
of
of
what?
weeks.
April. It'll be after the
Champions League.
international games.
Yeah, after the international. Yeah.
What, like 7th, 8th of April? No, that'd be the
I
first.
think that week. Yeah, I think so.
Is
And
that
then when's the semi-finals? End of April. We're gonna
don't count your eggs, mate.
You don't get fucked PSG first.
I'm already booking tickets to Madrid, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be one of the. It's gonna be one of the Madrid.
What did they know
Just in
about
Madrid.
Advance? Yeah, he's going to Madrid for just for a trip. Because he ain't going there for the Champions League final, that's for sure. Because they'll be not fit there.
Champions League semi-final.
Oh, okay. Well done. Very good.
Yeah.
Good rescue job there. I suggest you
Well,
book Munich.
Big community. What? Is that what I find this?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Why? You booked your ticket already?
And no, I'm suggesting start looking into it if you're confident, man. You gotta start looking at the bookings, man, before it goes up.
Nah,
You know how
I think the Real Madrid game will be a tough game. I think it'll be a 50-50 in the semi-finals because I think Real Madrid are a different team than the ones that we played.
You're
not there. This is
not there. We're talking about semi-finals.
I hope PSG smoke you guys. I hope
Newcastle. Of course you do.
I think PSG are not good away from home. Like PSG are home team. PSG are definitely a home team, so we should really go through against PSG. And then it's been.
Are you really becoming sick of
this crap? This guy's talking about semi-finals, bro.
Aki,
we go through against PSG
on the last
and there's Villa.
PSG have been smashing everybody in the Champions League.
I said they were on form, and they were the form team. In
smashed up Bayern, smashed up everybody.
Such a.
I don't get what your point is, but my point was quite simple, which was going into that game, PSG were one of the form teams in Europe, and they were. They were unlucky against us. They should have beaten us, really. We played terrible.
Really good.
You got lucky. You got lucky. But now you're saying you're talking about
now you're looking at the semi-final.
Yeah, but Arsenal is a different proposition. And as I said to you before, like PSG are a home team. They don't travel that well. So providing we don't have a slow start, huh?
You've been following them in the Champions League?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound confident.
I keep up to the date for the pod, mate. I keep up to the date.
Get out of here, man.
The guy, the way he said yeah, which cracked me up, man.
Yeah.
The way he said yeah.
What I'm saying is that really, if we go out to PSG, then it'll kind of put a dampener on our season, to be honest with you. Even if we do win the league.
It's not happening. Stop talking about all these ifs and buts. Leave that for us. Don't talk about nonsense, man. Let people dream, man. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. Dreaming is good. Without dreams, how can you ever try and achieve something if you don't dream?
This is the type of confidence that I tried to bestow upon you earlier in the season, but you just wouldn't take it.
No, I wouldn't, because I'm like pretenders.
Now
I needed
the
season to carry on, and unfortunately, this is what I was guarding myself against. Look what's happened. Look what's happened now. Right, the whole of March. We're in March, for goodness' sake, and we're going through a procession. Look what you've done. You started in February. Look what your team have done. Look at it. Look at the mess.
You're going to get knocked out of the Champions League.
Exactly.
Look what your team has done.
Losing the cup final.
That's going to be what your team did.
Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Yeah, look what you've done. Look what you've created. Look what you've created.
It'll be a bad month for you guys.
I know that Uche's already booked the Champions League final accommodation.
Bro, man, why waste time? Why would you do that? Why would you waste time? Why would you waste time?
I'll take your ticket when you're not there.
Don't worry about where I'll be. One thing I know you're not gonna be, right, is in the Champions League final. Because you only been there once. And when you got there, we all know what happened. So let's, that's how it is. CT, mate. Cheer up, mate.
I'm sick of you guys, man.
Midweek's gonna come, yeah, and you're gonna be hiding behind sofas.
Exactly.
I can't wait.
To be honest,
I got out what I wanted from this pod, which is haters on the League Cup final, haters for the next fixture.
Nobody cares about
Turn up next Sunday. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah, we will see what's going on. No worries.
we navigate PSG. We've pretty much got a bye to the semi-finals, as it's going to be Villa that we play. They should be navigated very easily. Real Madrid.
I love how you just
He's
dumbing
jinxing
down
your
everything.
team, you know that, Uche. He's jinxing you lot. But good luck.
Real Madrid, I expect them to be Atletico, and I expect them to wipe the floor with Arsenal. I think Real Madrid will absolutely demoralise Arsenal, actually, in that game. And then it'll be Liverpool versus Real Madrid in the semis. And as I predicted in one of our earlier podcasts, it'll be Liverpool versus Inter Milan in the final. And I back us to win it.
Oh, man. Come on.
To cap off a glorious treble winning season in his first season to be crowned the Premier League All Great. Arnie Slot. Anyway, on that note, our hour is up, lads. That was an informative.
Thank God.
If not,
Bring back the other host.
Yeah. You're fired,
please,
bro.
Please, let's hold. Please hurry up back, please. All is forgiven. Come back.
I think our fans will be asking for a few more cameo roles going forward. But anyway, have a good evening.
Good evening.
Until next Sunday.
Cheers.